Hello everyone, welcome to Rockstar Gaming. My name is Eric. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of Wonderland's War Shards of Madness from Druid City Games. That is what this is right here. This is the expansion. This little box right here. This is the expansion. And this is from the expansion plus second printing Kickstarter that was on Kickstarter not too long ago. This was on my list of anticipated games for 2023, but as you can see, we're in January 2024 is when it finally got here. But that's no biggie. We're what 2 weeks off from 2023, so that's quite all right with that. So today we're going to be doing the unboxing of this. I thought though, since I got my entire game in from the Kickstarter, because I didn't own the physical game before that, we'll go ahead and do everything here. So we'll go ahead and get started on that. Now you might be wondering to yourself, Eric, this made it onto your top 40 games that you've played in your collection. Well, technically, I have played the game, and it is in my collection because I had purchased it. We have played in the house, not on the channel, but we have played Jake's copy of the game, and I actually specifically wanted to play it on his copy, so that way I could figure out if I wanted to buy my own during the Kickstarter, and I liked it, and I did. So that is why we're going to be doing that here. So we're going to be opening up the main box first, looking at the token tray set first. We also do have a couple of promo items and stuff like that that came along with it, and then we will take a look at Shards of Madness at the end. So make sure you stay till the end of the video to see the expansion right there. Also make sure that you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the other buttons that make it to where you can see all the things that we're doing on the channel. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box itself. You can kind of see a lot of reflection because of the dark background of the box, but that is okay. So there is Wonderland War Deluxe Edition right there. There is Alice on the side over there. There is the Mad Hatter on the side over here. There is the Evil Queen over there. Not Evil Queen, the wrong franchise. This is the Queen of Hearts. That's what I'm going for. And then over here, the Jabberwocky right over there. And then the back of the box right here. Wonderland's War, Alice's return, but Wonderland has lost its whimsy and grown deadly serious. The Jabberwocky is on a rampage, the Queen of Hearts is out for blood, and the Mad Hatter insists everyone attend his tea party post-haste. So pick up your Vorpal Blade and join the fray in this asymmetric bag building area control game. So there is that. So you're going to draft your allies, build your bag, and fight for Wonderland. Here's all the components to it right there. It's for 2 to 5 players, 30 minutes per player, and to fight in the Wonderland battles you have to be 14 years or older. I don't make the rules. So there is that. So we're going to go ahead and, while it's still flipped here, I'm going to go grab the knife and we're going to open it up finally. Like I said, for me, this arrived at my house 2 days ago. My wife, this is actually, I bought this kind of for her because she is a fan of Alice in Wonderland. She actually wanted to be in the video today, but then she had some stuff to do, and so we made sure I didn't cut my own box there. So she just said, go ahead and do it, and I'm doing it right now, and we will probably, hopefully, take this out tonight and play it a little bit. We'll maybe see. We'll see how that goes. Right there. So let's go ahead and flip this open and now see it without the glare. So there is the box. It looks very, very shiny though still. Ooh, that is nice. I like that. I like the box artwork a lot for the game. It is a very nice box though too. Very nice. Deluxe edition here. And let's go ahead and get this open. Whoop. And because it is a bigger box right here, the box does have these slits and whatnot over here, so that way you can get it out simpler and get stuff out of it, like trays and stuff like that. So we have our rule book, which I'm going to leave right here. Actually, we're going to start opening stuff up and close it there. So this is Wonderland Lost All Frivolity and Madness. So here is our component list right here. I'm not sure, is this the, double checking, I'm just trying to see if this specifically says it's a deluxe version rulebook, so we will see with that. So we've got our Wonderland game board, our faction boards, right over here, 6 region scoring markers, all this other stuff. We'll go through it here in due time. But there's all the components for the game. This is how to set up the game. We set this up before at the house a few times. I have a table that is 3 feet by 4 feet, which perfectly fits the mat that used to be on this table, that used to hang off this table that we're using right here. But there was no room off to the sides to have stuff not on the mat. So it was very cramped over here. We are looking at doing some different things in the room here over the next few weeks to months. So hopefully we get it to where we can actually have everything, because this does get to be a lot of room on the board. Like some other games, so we're going to do some change-up stuff so we can actually have this whole thing on the board so you guys can see it all. So there's that. So we got the gameplay overview with the Tea Party aspects here, winning the game. We have the Tea Party card effects right here, ally card sets, leader effects over here on this page. So this is a pretty big rule book here, but it's nicely typed out, nicely laid out, and everything. So there is that war phase example of drawing ships right here. I don't know why those flamingos just are funny to me. Battle outcome, all those things. Final scoring, battle example right here. Battle example 2 right there. Other examples, 2-player rules, because it is slightly different for 2 players, which I've been kind of wondering about. Like I said, all the playthroughs that we've done was with 4 players. So to, like I said, for my wife and I to do a 2-player game, I figure just the way the 4-player game plays, it is going to be a lot different. So glossary, FAQ, ability clarifications, all those things, and icon, keywords, all that stuff. So there you go. Right there, we're going to place that there. These are the bags that you will be putting your tokens and stuff in. So there are 5 of them, 1 for each faction. We'll take a look at the Alice one right here. So these are nice bags. These are nice and sturdy bags and everything like that. Good material. I would use these as like regular dice bags and whatnot. It does have it to where you can get it to flatten out. Let's see if it actually... I mean, there's nothing in it, so there's that. So, but very nice bags right there. There's the Cheshire Cat's one, or as I call it in my house, my wife's. There's that. Let's see. We've got some tokens. You know what? I always forget this. I always forget because, it has been a minute since I played. So let's get up into the component list so I can identify all of that. So we've got the 30 faction discs right here, which are just small little discs there. And then let's see, we've got which ones are these? These are the faction supporters right here, but as you can kind of tell, they are in different shapes. These are cats right here for the Cheshire Cat. Right there, and then we've got whatever this is, I'm assuming for the Jabberwocky. Right there. And then these are, I think, Alice's. She's blue. And these are teapots right here. And then finally, the cards for the Queen of Hearts. So there's that. So it took me a minute. There is a slight edit right there, but it took me a minute because I'm like looking in the book and I'm like, wait a minute, those are regular meeples. Why, whatever. And then I remember this has specialty ones for the deluxe edition. These are the 5 faction cubes right there of the different colors. So there's that, and then we've got the Madness Shards. That's what these are. So we've got the 1 value Madness Shards. I'll actually take these out so you can take a look at them because they're not going to do any justice in the bags themselves. But these are the 5 value shards right here. And then we've got the 1 value shards right here. That's what those shards look like. So they're pretty cool. Like they're not like they're not symmetrical in shape. They are a little bit asymmetrical, so that's pretty cool. A little texturing to that. Make it look like they're not just like mined diamonds or something like that, or cut diamonds. They look like they're actually mined or whatnot. So that is going to be all those components, and then we've got bases for the standees. which we'll get to that in a minute too. So then we'll take this insert out, and I'm pretty sure this just goes away. And we'll get to that here soon. But we're going to reveal here, woo, there are some other things in the box. All right. So I'm not going to take this tray out. All right, so these are going to be the castles right here. There is Mad Hatters. Right there, there's 5 of those. Again, looking different than what is in the actual book. Let me show that real quick so you guys kind of know what I'm talking about when I'm like cutting, because things don't look the same as I remember them. But right here, as you can see in the book, on the top right there is the meeples for the faction supporters, and then down there are the castles, 5 of each different kind. So when I'm like kind of glancing at it, a little bit weird, that's why. So there are, assuming the Jabberwockies right there. There's that one, and then we've got, oh, a little slippery there, Alice's castle right there. And then we've got, oh, as I drop things, we've got Cheshire Cats right there. And then the Queen of Hearts right there. Come on. So those are our castles, and then I was getting ready to grab that. So let's go ahead and take this tray out. And we'll place it right here. And then we've got all of our miniatures, which comes with the deluxe edition. So we've got, well, we got the starting battle standee, which in this is a miniature. Right there. And then we've got Alice right here. And normally in these unboxings, I go through cards and stuff like that first before I get to characters, but we will kind of break that tradition right now. Look at the cards here in a minute. Once we get through there, I'm pretty sure... Is this the Queen? No, this is not the Queen of Hearts. This is the Duchess, I believe. Right? I think so. This is the Duchess. Right there. Some of these characters I am not going to remember who they are, so bear with me. Well, that looks like a Humpty Dumpty right there. That one, and then there is Cheshire Cat. And there's not much difference in this as to like stand-wise and base-wise compared to like Mad Hatter, compared to who's a regular player character, compared to like this one, which is, I believe, a Wonderlandian. So there's that. So, you know, it is what it is. And then let's see. We've got the hair right there, and then Tweedledee or Tweedledum, one of the two. There's that one. And then the other one. So they are a little bit different. So they're just twins, or they are twins, but not like the exact same figure. There you go. And then the walrus. Come on out of there. Walrus. There's that. Like I said, the artwork on all these, I'm going to look more closely at them later, because like right now I realize I'm just like holding them up to show everyone. Oh, there's the hair. The other one was the rabbit, the white rabbit. There's that one. But I will take a look at these in more detail later on. There's that. Like I said, very detailed miniatures. I like them a lot. Probably not going to paint this one, or at least not anytime soon. Just because of time constraints and whatnot. There's that. Also, I get really weird. I think I've mentioned this in other videos. I get really weird about painting games that I can't easily replace the miniatures on. If that makes any sense, like I don't know if it does or not. who knows, but there's that. But it's kind of like the concept of there's some games where it's like, oh, I can paint the base game because I don't have to worry about messing it up, because if I do mess it up, I can just buy another base game and get those miniatures back. Whereas other games, it's like, nope, not going to do it. With that said, these are beautiful miniatures. I like them a lot. You can go back in there in any way that sounds familiar to you. That way. That way's fine. Then we got the queen. Here she is. Off with their head. All that stuff. With her axe right there, so she can do her own chopping. There's that. I believe that's the Jabberwocky. That, and then the caterpillar, which this one might, detail-wise, might be my favorite one. Alright, so that is all the miniatures. And this is usually where I end the video. So all the miniatures to the game. Oh, I keep forgetting I got these slits here. And so there's that, and then I'll place that off to the side. And then we've got our board, which I will get to in a moment. And then our player cards. So there is that, with they are two-sided. So there's an example of the Cheshire Cats right there. And then the other side of that for two-player. As you can see, regular two-player. And there's that with the different abilities. So just showing off kind of the artwork in the game. There's the Jabberwock. I keep saying Jabberwocky, I don't know why, but yeah, Jabberwock. Apparently because I'm an idiot. There's his card, as well as the other side. Right there. And then we've got the Mad Hatter. There. And there. Queen of Hearts. And there. And then Alice. And right there, the two-player version. Alright, so those are going to be our dashboards right here. Cover that up. And then we've got our last tray. No, there's still stuff underneath here. What do we got down here? This, I think, is all the stuff we are probably not going to use. Nope, we're not going to use it. Here is the player aid for the Tea Party phase. Iconography, keywords, waging war. I wish there was a couple more of these, just so that way I can have one and not, like, you know, because I guess you have this one right here, then you have the one on the back of the board. Wish there was another one in there, so that way I can give one to each player. But that is that right there. And then we have our different tokens. I'm not going to pop these out unless I need to pop. Some of them I'll need to pop out. I understand that, but there is that right there. And then we've got these tokens. I hope if I held them the correct way. Right here. And I do like that they put this little notch on the bottom right here so you can actually grab it out of the box. So there's that. And then, so there's that. And then all of the standees right here. And I do find it funny that Druid City always puts these advertisements in there. But these are all the standees for the game right there. So that is pretty cool. Again, don't necessarily need most of these because we have all the miniatures and whatnot, but these are always good to have if you would like them, all that kind of thing. So yeah, so we're gonna put these definitively at the moment back in the box, and then there's that. Now there are some components from there we will need at some point that I'm not gonna whatever, but let's see, this is going to be our storage. So we've got the rest of our storage. So we got tons of cards here we've got the got my book covered. We got our shard die right here. And let's see, we've got all of our Tea Party cards. So these are the three, these are the four, ones and twos and threes. So let's see. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's phase one. So there's what the back of the artwork looks like for the Tea Party cards. I'm not going to open all these up, but this is an example of a card. So there's nothing major on these cards to look at. So there's that, and then difference here of the green ones, which that is green. On my monitor, it looks a little bit yellowish. I can definitely tell it's green on here, and it'll probably be green when you guys see it, because I do go through and color correct this video. I know it's weird. I actually do edit on these videos. So there's the red ones for the phase 3. Right there. So there's that. We've got baggies for stuff and things right there. Let's see here. Which cards are these? These are the quest cards. And of course I don't have an example of a quest card there. Actually, let's go ahead and do it this way. So there's the back of a quest card. Trying to open up as little as possible just because we don't need to thumb through a bunch of stuff. But there is the back of a quest card. And there is a quest. Right there. An example of a quest in the game. And then we've got the wager cards, which I don't think there's much difference with those. Like, they're like whatnot. Alright, finally got that unwrapped there. So we'll throw that there. Throw that there. So yeah, there is the wager card right there. So yeah. So there's an example of the artwork of the wager cards, just like the normal artwork for the game, for the most part. And then each character has a set of them. So there's that, and then the more, yeah, and then a few more quests right there of different colors and whatnot. So there's our those cards. We're gonna place these right here, and then we've got our tarot cards here, which represent the 24 Wonderlandians and 21 allies in the game. Let's see, we do have reference cards on here as well, so we will go ahead and open these up. I believe these may be tarot cards, and I don't know if I have sleeves for these now that I'm thinking about it, so I may have to get me some more, which I was already going to order some for something else. So there's that. So let's see, reference A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, D. All right, so there's the different reference cards right there. So reference card A, reference card B, and then C, and then D. So there is that, and then we've got our ally cards, since it has the A on the back side. And so we've got forge. After battle, you may forge one active chip. So there's that. Card soldiers, A, B, C, or D, right there. So there's an example of that. And let's see, the flamingos right here. I don't know why those flamingos just look funny to me. There's that, and then let's see, roses. I have those right there, and then the red rooks and creatures. So there are all those cards right there. Those are all of our allies. So we'll put the allies over yonder. And like I said, the wells are pretty deep, so you could, if you wanted to, put sleeves on these cards. I think they should be fine with that. I think you should be able to fit them in there. I will test that, because I will probably order sleeves for this game afterward. Don't know which sleeves I'm going to buy. I mean, tarot, regular, standard, and then you got to figure out what those are. So let's see, one more reference card, which we already seen. Oh, yeah, they did. They could just pack this card with this pile, and they didn't for some reason. So there's that. So here are the reference cards that I basically said, oh, it'd be nice if that page was there, but apparently it's all right here too in card form. So there's that. I'm dumb. So there's all the other reference cards right there, and these are our Wonderlandians, and looks like other things. So we got the White Rabbit, we've got the Caterpillar, Duchess, the Dormouse. Let's see, White Rabbit right there, and then let's see, the Caterpillar right there, and so on and so forth. Duchess right there. I'm not going to go through all of them, but we got Dormouse, we've got Knave of Hearts right there, we've got the Griffin, we got Unicorn, we've got the Walrus, Carpenter, which, you know, gives me Fix It, Feel It vibes. But there's that. And let's see, Humpty Dumpty, I knew it was right about that one. The Mock Hare, the Tweedles. You may place Tweedles into 2 regions. If you lose a lone Tweedle, move it to the region of the other Tweedle. There's that. So those are all of our Wonderlandians right there. You have the Amulet of the Duchess, the Crown of Knave, so these like item cards and whatnot. They correspond to chips on the board as well. Hammer of the Carpenter, Dormouse's Teapot, Tweedle's Bow. When played, if you have another active bow tie chip, place 2 supporters in the region. Feather of the Griffin, Humpty's Glove, Walrus Monocle, Watch of the White Rabbit, right there. I'll show an example of one of those. There's that. Mock Hare's Biscuit. That looks, I think it's molded up a little bit. And the Caterpillar's Puka. So there is that. I'm going to stop at this point and grab out the promo cards that I got for the game. Not sure if these were specific to the reprint or if they were part of the original game and I just didn't know it, but we got new versions of, or different versions of Duchess, Mock Hare, Unicorn, White Rabbit, and the Griffin. Let's go ahead and get my fat fingers in here. Let's see. Nope. All the Wonderlandians were over here. So let's take a look at White Rabbit, and like I said, you can tell the difference that these are 2 different cards. So there's that right there. So yeah, those are going to be the promo cards right here. So like I said, we've got the Duchess is promo card right here, and we've got the Mock Hare, and then we've got the Unicorn, and then we've got the White Rabbit, and then we've got the Griffin. Right there. So those are going to be our 5 promo card characters. Don't know how many gameplays we're going to do of this on the channel. At least one definitively. So probably we'll use the main game stuff. Probably do one gameplay of just the main game on the channel, and maybe another one showing off the expansion, which we'll get to here shortly, because I'm realizing we've been doing this for quite a while. So there's that. And then last but not least, in here I'm going to show off the faction dice, and we're going to show off the game board here in a second. So these are the faction dice I got as well. So there's an example of that and what those look like. And there is one of the 5 for the 5 different factions. So there's that. So those are our dice. So we're going to put that over there for a moment and then take a look at the actual board. Woo. I'm bumping things around. So this is our board for the game, and so we've got the different locales. Probably help if I moved everything around, but there's that. I got the Pool of Tears here, the Meadow of Living Flowers, Tulgi's Wood, the Red Keep, and the Witzend right there. This is where most of the stuff for the Tea Party goes through, and all the Tea Party cards do go around in these different spots right here. With specifically adding stuff here for 4 and 5 players. So there's all that. It's basically where you go to get your factions and stuff like that. You got the battle track, or your tokens and everything here. You got your battle track for that, and then you've got the scoring track and everything around that way. So yeah, the board looks very, 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 very nice. Like I said, I cannot wait to play this game again. It has been a hot minute since I have. But I am excited for it. Again, this is one of those games where I played it one time and I was like, oh, this is great. I am getting this game definitively as soon as I can. So let's see here. I'm going to put some stuff away, and then we're going to get to the token tray. And now we're going to go ahead and go over the actual token tray right here. So this is the token tray that is not for the cardboard tokens, but this will contain all of the clay tokens that you could have gotten. It was an extra add-on for the game, but these are clay tokens that essentially replace all of the cardboard tokens that you do have in the main game and even the deluxe version of the game. So these weren't just a giveaway, like, here you go, here's, you know, they weren't included in the deluxe edition. You had to buy them as a separate piece. So we're going to go ahead and get this tray open and take a look at what's inside of it right here. And going to go ahead and open, oh, come on, open that up right there. Ooh, we're going to throw that over off to the side. And then, how do we open you? Let's see. Open that way. Yes. Yep, it does have a magnet on it. And now we reveal the tokens inside. And, oh no! Where'd they go? So, the tray is empty in here. Can you still see me there? No, probably not. So, the tray is empty. You do have a thing in the top of the tray here as to where all the different tokens do go. Now, when I got my box in, I got the box inside the box. I got the Wonderlands game, but also inside the box was another box that was this right here. It had this insert right here, which we're going to throw over there. And then inside that insert was this box. I'm not sure why they just didn't pack everything in there, but when you go to open this box up, we do have all of the different tokens right there. And I did not open this big baggie at all, and there's a whole bunch of little baggies, so I'm not going to open these all up at all. So we'll just take a look at some. We'll take a look at the Mad Hatter right here, so you can kind of see those. But, oh, not that one. It doesn't matter, I just wanted, there's two different types of token in here. So we've got the Mad Hatter token here. And as you can see, like I said, these are clay. So they are a lot thicker than like a cardboard token here. So there is that. They have a nice, oh, microphones there. Nice clicking sound right there. There is another example of a token right there. So these do have a nice little clink sound. They are a lot heftier, and they do go right here into that tray. And like I said, the tray will tell you on here where everything goes. So that is always good right there. So these would go right in here. So there's that. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Little, not annoyed, but I just find it funny that that you apparently have to put this together yourself, but you'd be putting together after the first playthrough anyway once you get everything out. So that is perfectly fine with me. So, and I do believe this tray does. That's why I was saying that one insert doesn't go back in the box, because I do believe this tray does fit right into your game like so. So it would, this does go back in there. So as I'm getting it stuck myself to show it off. But yeah, that's going to be what you do with that. So like I said, you don't necessarily need to have, oh, they're right here. You don't necessarily need to have these tokens. I mean, it's always good to have them just in case, but that was an add-on for the game. So, like I said, you get those tokens if you just got the game regularly. If not, these were an add-on for the game. They're not on their website, so I think they are Kickstarter exclusive. So, there's that. So, let's go ahead and take a look. I think we got through all the promo stuff earlier because we showed off the dice. We showed off the promo cards. I think we are finally at the point where we can show off the actual expansion to the game. So we'll take that out. And so I got plastic all over the place. So we're going to go ahead and claw this open as soon as I can find a good place to cut into here. There we go. Let's see there. We got that right there. So this is technically the main event because the game itself has been out for a while now, so there is that box right there with the artwork for Wonderland's War, still giving the same age rating of 14 plus, and then 2 to 5 players, and then it says 90 to 180 minutes. So I don't know if they up their time or realize that you'd have at least 3 people playing the game, so that would put the 90 to 180. Well, that puts it way over. So there you go. So we got the denizens of Wonderland are choking on the ever so serious business of war. The Cheshire Cat offers them a madness fix in the form of corrupted shards. So we're going to have 24 Wonderlandian cards, 12 tea and crumpet cards, 10 quest cards, 1 starting battle marker card, 1 corrupted forge card, 8 crystalline 10x shard tokens. So there is all of that. Can I open you up without bending the inside? Yes, I can. So we're going to have a few new things in the box. So there's what it looks like when you first go to open it up. And so let's start taking things out of here. These are our new, I'm assuming, Wonderlandian cards. I think they all are shaded purple just because the fact that we don't want to mix it up with the actual game itself. I think this is the rule pamphlet. I'm going to keep you closed for a minute. This looks like a new deck of cards. These look like quests in there, so we'll take a look at that. And then we've got, I'll show those off last since it's the only closest thing we've got to a miniature. So first we'll take a look at rules. So this is our rules pamphlet, no rule book. So let's see, we've got that part. These Wonderlandians and their artifacts offer powerful rewards, but at what cost? Will you risk looking into the chaotic grin of the Cheshire? Will you drink the Hatter's mercurial tea? I was going to say merciful, but no, it was mercury. That's what he was going crazy off of. Let's see. Shards of Madness Expansion consists of 4 new components, a full set of new Wonderlandian cards that emphasize and enhance shards as a resource, 2 additional quest types that will push your strategy in new directions, a starting battle reward that adds incentive to win in the first battle region, and a corrupted forge that adds new forging options. These components are designed to be used together, or you can mix and match your favorites. Also included in this expansion are the tea and crumpet cards. These variable setup cards start each faction with a different Wonderlandian and specific resources, and the tea and crumpet cards can be used with the base game and the Shards of Madness expansion. So there is a list of the components right there, and then it just goes into setup, start, battle, reward rules, new quest rules, corrupted forge, tea and crumpet setup, choosing tea and crumpet cards right there, tea and crumpet drafting variants, and clarifying notes down there. So those are going to be your rules for the expansion. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing right here. Now, thankfully, because I have seen other games have a problem with it, I don't think so far. No, actually, I'm dumb. I'm getting ready to open a thing that does. So these are quests. So the only thing I hope for on this right here is So like I said, new quest cards right there. So there's our quests right there. We're going to show an example of one, Mad from Tip to Toe. There's that. So there's an example of the new quest cards. Just do hope that the sides here, I know some companies have an issue with printing on like different card stock and whatnot afterward. It's a weird problem, but I don't notice it most of the time, but just hope in general it works out fine. So I was going to say I was a little thrown off because these cards are also still quest, but they are double-sided in the fact of they turn around and you're looking at just the top or the bottom. So there's that right there. So there's an example of those quest cards. Does it tell me which quests? This says 10 quests, so there was 5 here. Nope, yeah, there was 5 there and 5 there. So yeah, they're not going to tell me anything else about those quests. So there's that. And then these are our Tea and Crumpet cards. So there's the back of our Tea and Crumpet cards. And actually I'm realizing it's probably more like that. There we go. And then flip it over and there is the example. I feel like everything is backwards when it shouldn't be. And that's how it is in the book too. So they show it in the book like this. When they show it, we get that meeple is upside down. So again, got to figure out the rules on that one. So we can take a look at that. Tea and Crumpet, everything's all mad. There's a mushroom, probably madness right there. So that's an example of what the Tea and Crumpet cards look like right there. And then we get over to our new Wonderlandians. Let's see here. Where's our tab to open? Let's see. Come on. There's that. Alright, so first we've got the Corrupted Forge. Let's see, it's the same on both sides it looks like, but there's the Corrupted Forge card. Right there. There's what it looks like on the other side. And then we've got Spread the Corruption. Winner in this region gives 1 shard to each other player or gains 3 victory points and resist the madness. So there is Spread the Corruption. And then Resist the Madness. Right there. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got our new set of Wonderlandian cards. So we've got the Duchess, the Dormouse, the Unicorn. Everyone is kind of interacting in some way with the Cheshire Cat. So the Duchess is holding the Cheshire Cat. The Dormouse is going to be drank by the Cheshire Cat. I'm pretty sure that's his hand on the teacup right there. The Unicorn is getting a full body massage from the Cheshire Cat. The Caterpillar is riding the Cheshire Cat on the top of his head. The White Rabbit is being eaten by him. Right there. Humpty Dumpty's about to have a bad day. Right there. There's that. The Carpenter, I don't... He's apparently not being affected by him. After battle, discard 1 shard for each forge space you are ahead. Okay. So he's not being affected by the Cheshire Cat right there. Got the Mock Haired being taking a Crumpet away from him. Cheshire Cat riding on the Griffin. Right there. Knave of Hearts being attacked by multiple hands of the Cheshire Cat. The Walrus being thrown into an oyster. And Humpty Dumpty having the Cheshire Cat on top of their umbrella. So there's all that. Humpty Dumpty, no, I said Tweedledee and Tweedledum. The Tweedles. The Tweedles. So there is new Hammer of the Carpenter, Feather of the Griffin, Crown of the Knave, Amulet of the Duchess, the Caterpillar's Hookah, Walrus's Monocle, Mark Hare's Biscuit, that's what he was trying to steal over there. I said Crumpet, meant Biscuit. Lock of Unicorn Hair, Watch of the White Rabbit, Humpty Dumpty's Glove, Dormouse's Teapot, Tweedle's Bow Tie. There's an example of that. Amulet of the Duchess. So, I don't know what other plans they have for this game outside of this. I do like the fact that, one, I don't need to necessarily know or have a symbol as to what cards these go with, because they're all like a shade of pink, so I don't have to worry about mixing things up. Whatever, I can always take them out later on, or just use these instead of the cards that are with the game. So that's pretty nice. I do wonder if they're going to do something similar with the other faction leaders or faction groups and whatnot in the game, like make an expansion at some point for Alice the Jabberwock, Mad Hatter, all that stuff. So that is pretty cool. I like all of the cards. They look pretty cool. The design on them, the whole over here, I don't know why I lost it for a minute, but the whole fact that the Cheshire Cat's interacting with everybody is pretty cool right there. I like the design of all those cards. Can't wait to try them out. And then finally, we do have the shards right here, which the shards do have a value. 8 crystalline 10x shard tokens. So this is an example of the 10x shard right there. A lot bigger than all the other shards. So I was about to drop it. So that's why I flinched. So that is everything in Shards of Madness. That is everything in Wonderland's War proper. The tokens right here, the bags, the rules, all the promo stuff. The only thing I did not get was the as far as for the game itself, was the base rings, which I decided not to get when I was doing the Pledge Manager, and then immediately regretted my decision. Not immediately, but I regretted it as this was coming in. I was like, oh, that would have been cool, actually, to have those base rings. Oh, well, so there's that. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning into this unboxing of Wonderland's War. Cannot wait to play this on the channel for all of you guys. We're going to be checking it out outside of that, doing the 2 and 3 player versions of the game as well. See if we can get a 5th player in as well. It's sometimes hard to get, more than 4 players or more than 3 players sometimes into a game, but I do want to try it out. With all that said, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning into this. As I said before, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to know when we are going to be putting out more videos, more unboxings, more gameplays, all those sorts of things. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.